Good evening, Aries. Welcome into your April 2022 reading, guys. And just to reinstate, I haven't forgotten about you. Happy birthday to all my Aries friends, strangers, my subscribers, and people I have not seen. But welcome to your birthday reading for the month of April 2022, guys, and let's see what your energies are and see what spirit has to tell you. Let's call upon our divine source, our angel, our ancestors, and my divine source into this reading for you, Aries, for the month of April 2022. And I am reading reversals, guys, so if any card shows up in the reversed format, I will definitely take it and read it for you as to what kind of energy that particular card may be talking about, Aries, okay? So let's see for the month of April, your birthday month, what is happening or what will be happening. It can go either ways. For some, it could have already happened. For some, it's happening. And for some of you, it is in the way. It will happen. And whatever resonates with you, please take that. Whatever doesn't resonate with you, please leave that. Okay? Not every general reading is everybody's story. So take it in the way it resonates with you. Okay. And what is the energy that could be around you in the month of April 2022 that you may not be aware of or you may be aware of? What is the energy that could be around you during this period in time, please? What is the energy that can be around you in the month of April 2022? And then we'll clarify the cards in here for you. Okay. So the bottom of the deck is the Page of Swords, the Hanged Man, the Nine of Pentacles, and a Judgment Call here. So what I'm getting, guys, is that you all are doing a lot of logical and intellectual part of this story, or you will be doing that. You're not taking action right away. Okay, there are some promises that you have made, probably you want to deliver that. There are some words that you have spoken, you want to work around that and see how you can deliver the promises you might have made to somebody in your life, right? It's something to do with you are putting a lot of effort in your investment. That investment could be in your home, in your family life. It also could be an investment in your workplace to increase your salary. And whatever that is, right? You're putting a lot of effort because it's something that you are taking a decision on. How do you do that? Basically, how do you work on your investment? What do you plan? What is your future goals? Right, that kind of a feeling, that kind of an energy is coming up in here, which is where you're also looking for some kind of answers. um, like I said, you're not taking action right away, but you're thinking about that situation. You're working around that situation in the month of April. You're trying to understand what to do, how to do it, right? Um, because you don't want to take any wrong decision. That's the point. You don't want to take any wrong decision. You don't want to take any wrong action. So there is a lot of internal clarity, logical clarity, intellectual clarity that you are working on in the month of April 2022, right? Now, the energy that is going to be around you, I'll clarify this, is the Queen of Cups. So, you could be having somebody in your life, for some of you, who is in the Queen of Cups energy, who is absolutely in her power, right? As far as emotions are concerned, she knows how to take care of her emotions. She is taking care of herself. She nurtures herself. She nurtures people around her, right? It also could be a mother for some. It could be a sister for some. It could be a girlfriend for some. I'm talking about the female version, but it also could be a male version. Depends on, because the cards don't carry the male female part, right? So it can be anybody around you who could be very nurturing towards you, who is able to work with your energy, who is able to comfort you, who is able to bring a lot of comfort in emotional comfort towards you in the month of April 2022. But we'll see what this energy is talking about. Now, right in the beginning, you have Justice, and then you have the Six of Sword in the reverse, and then you have the High Priestess, right? So there is a lot of thing for some of you. There is a lot of thing that you know, but you haven't spoken. For some, I'm getting, for some, it could be that you're not telling anybody, but you're doing, there is a lot of internal logical transformation in yourself, and which is where there are things in your life, with the Justice card coming right in the beginning, is telling me that there could be situations in your life that you are ending, or you are working on that part of this story. It could be anything. Something that could involve legalities, a legal action. For some, it could be a marriage. For some, it could be anything that's related to your legal status or legal situations, right? So now, with that and the High Priestess, you're definitely working on this. You're not, like I said, you're not taking action on the situation right away, as with the Page of Sword, I told you, right? You're not really taking action on this right away in the month of April, but you're definitely um, internalizing the whole situation. And that internalization is also bringing about a lot of internal transformation as far as your logic and rational is concerned in yourself, Aries, right? So there is something, it also could involve, for some, it could involve properties with Justice. For some, it could involve legalities of assets, anything that has something to do with being fair, delivering justice, delivering the right situation, wanting the right situation to come to you, right? To be fair, which is fair for you and which is also a fair deal for other people around you. Please talk to me about justice. So, something that is truthful, that could be your karma, something that you want to be fair with in your life also is a part of the deal for some of you, right? But something that concerns um, a justful situation, comparison. Yeah, you could be you could be compared. This is card number 5. So this is talking about some kind of understanding, a lesson where you are going through a period of what you have or what you can be or what you had before and what you can bring today. You know, a comparison of the old and the new. Something that brings about some kind of a lesson that you have learned in your life as well too for some of you. Please talk to me about the comparison here. Something that you are comparing, which is right, which is wrong. It also could be that what do you do, what is the right thing to do, what is the wrong thing that you should not be doing. You know, something that is going to bring happiness in your life and what is not going to be bringing any happiness in your life, or clinging to the past, right? Yeah, some of you could be comparing notes with your past situation here, right? Or something that you have known before, what you have done before, and what has happened in your life before, what are the lessons you have learned from your earlier part of the story, something that you want to correct for some of you. Maybe some of you are thinking, or the energy is here, that you haven't done things right in the past. So you need to correct that situation. You need to put an end to the old situation, right? Where you're comparing notes with something that is related to your past life or past situation, about your karma. Again, card number 5. So you got a lot of learning lesson with justice in the month of April. So a lot of things you have learned, you have experienced, you are understanding, you are learning to take the learning lessons and make sense out of the whole situation, right? Something like that, which is again the 6 of Sword in the reverse, which is again a very internal realization of your mistakes, you know, that you are transforming out of, or you are moving out of, or you're transitioning out of, right? Something that you are realizing in the month of April for yourself, Aries, is helping you to grow, right? The Fool and Innocence. Yeah, look, it's helping you to grow. It's helping you, you know, where you know that you want to begin something in your life, but you want to begin it right. You know, you want to begin it fresh. You want to take a leap of faith. You want to go something. You want to do something, but you have to do it right. You don't want to, because there is something from your past situation that has taught you a lesson, or will teach you, or will, you know, it will come back to you, right? It will come back to you, which is where your understanding would be that if you want to do something new in your life, Aries, something that you want to make amends with from your past, and you want to move forward and do something right, you have to do it in the right way, right? You have to be happy about what you are doing. You have to feel grateful. You have to be in gratitude towards the universe for whatever that they are leading you onto in your life in the future or going forward, right? So something very spiritual in nature is coming back to you, Aries, in the month of April. Something that you are understanding that you need to be happy wherever you're going, whatever opportunities are coming into your life. You need to start fresh, but you have to start fresh with a sense of being happy once again and not complaining, not, you know, not feeling that heaviness, letting it go, being light again, being happy again, doing things in the way that makes you happy, doing things that brings about a sense of a comfort within you, right? Because there is something from your past that you have learned or you will soon realize, which is the high priestess, which is what will be within you. You won't talk about it. You won't be telling the world about your understanding, about what you are going through in the month of April, but you have a deep sense of your subconscious energy, which is guiding you or will be guiding you in the month of April towards your situation, towards understanding your own situation in life. Yeah, and there will be a lot of intensity, lot of intense situations in your life you will come to terms with, and it will come to you very quickly. It will come to you very quickly, where suddenly it will hit you like a bolt from the blue, right? And this is going to happen in the month of April. So, which is where you have to connect with your subconscious energy and understand why you're feeling that energy within you. Because once you connect yourself, then you will realize that intensity of how much you have within you that you can actually work with towards your future, towards your good future in the month of April 2022. So it'll happen with a quick force. You know that push will come to you from somewhere, which will kind of open up your subconscious energy very quickly, that you could have probably not been paying attention to, but that, that sense of paying attention to yourself, hearing your own voice, understanding your own life lessons, knowing what is right, what is wrong, what is the thing that you probably want to do now, because somewhere you have either, somewhere there has been a just situation or a justice that has been served with regards to your past karma. That also could be there for some of you in the month of April. So, which is again calling for a new opportunity in your life, something new, something that you can be happy about, something that brings a smile back on your face. You're happy to take a leap of faith. You're happy to go across the boat. You're happy to travel. You're happy to move your location. You're happy to take another job. Anything, right? Anything that involves some kind of taking a leap of faith, something that involves that you have trust or you're putting your trust into, basically, right? And the trust, the intensity of the trust will come to you very quickly, when you will understand what to trust, how to trust, and what not to trust, and what you have learned. You will take in the kind of lessons too in the month of April. You will go back and forth a little bit, maybe, but you will take in all the lessons you have learned throughout your years of experience and then put them to use from the month of April, right? And then you have Chariot in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse, because somewhere, guys, right? And the Devil. The reason you have the Devil here, it's because you realizing that you have remained attached to a situation that did not bring you any rewards, that did not fulfill your wishes, that did not bring you, and you have some kind of resentment towards that situation, towards an emotional block, right? Something that you have not been able to detach yourself from with the Devil. So that is where there is a lot of lessons from your past that will surface once again in the month of April, that will again enable you to compare notes of what has happened before and what is that you need to do now. And that will happen very quickly with a lot of force and intensity because you are attached with something in your life, Aries, that you're not happy about. Let me put it that way. There is a block, right? With the chariot, you have not been able to move. So some of you may have wanted to do some kind of work. Some of you may have wanted to travel. Some of you may have wanted to start a business. It can be anything for anybody, but you have not been able to. There has been a block, right? And that is where you probably feel that you could have done better. You could have done better if you had taken the right action at the right time, right? And that's where the tower is happening. That's where the awakening is happening. That you could have done something that would have changed the whole situation and would have allowed you to move. And there is a lot of resentment on your own understanding because you feel that you have lost out on that situation, right? It also could be, for some of you, it also could have been a lot of pride and ego that was not helping you to move. And you were blocking your own energy because you had a lot of pride and ego in yourself that you did not want to be defeated with. But the defeat has happened. And you do know that because the defeat has happened, there is a lot of resentment within you that can surface with the tower. Please talk to me about the Five of Swords in the reverse. That can surface, where you might suddenly have an outburst and tell people because the resentment is sitting within you. And it's necessary to vent out the resentment. But the way you vent out the resentment will be through anger, will be through a lot of anger that you might project for some of you. I'm even getting that. Yeah, which you have been suppressing, which you have been keeping with you. You have not talked about it because you have been attached with that situation that you could not let it go. So all the resentment that you have been building up over the years because of a situation that you have not been able to work with in the right possible direction is creating that suppression within you. You're putting, it's all in there that needs to come out. And Spirit is saying that will burst open. That will burst open, and a lot of anger may come out at this point in the month of April. Please talk to me about the devil, because this is where you probably may want to release that situation by telling the truth, by letting it all out, and it might just happen. You might have no control over that situation because you have been suppressing that situation for a long time. That's your internal suppression. And now you're coming to the point of understanding that you're not going to suppress it anymore. And you have been, and the reason is because you have been a miser. You have been attached to something in your life that was holding you back from doing anything right. Some of you could have been saving on a lot of money. Some of you have been saving and not spending at all, right? Some of you have been scared of inviting people at home because you might have to spend the money. So every penny for you was very important. Somewhere you have been attached to that state of being a miser, when you did not want to give to people, or you did not even want to give to yourself, right? So something that particular situation is what has been your cause of delay for anything good in your life, Aries. And this is where, because of that situation, maybe you have had opportunities, but you could not move because you were afraid to spend money. You were afraid to give. You were afraid to release what you have with you, right? And today, you're coming to the point of understanding this is where the resentment has been building up, and that's where the comparison is happening, right? Of something in the past that you probably have not done right. And you want, this time around, you want to let it go. You want to release that energy. You want to be happy once again. You want to be carefree once again. You don't want to be a miser. You don't want to sit at home, close your doors, shut your windows, and do nothing. As an example, I'm not saying everybody does that, but as an example, or afraid of spending, like you have some, going out with friends. For example, you're not putting your hands in your wallet, right? So those kind of things that you have been attached to with that energy, and that is today you have been suppressing a lot of resentment, and that anger can be released anytime. If anybody triggers that in your case, if somebody comes and tells you something that triggers that energy, you can burst into anger, or you will burst into anger, right? Because this is where the change will happen in the month of April, as you realize what your problem has been for a long time, Aries. And this is where the Queen of Cups, please talk to me about the Queen of Cups in here, that you have been even probably not sharing, for some, not sharing your emotions, not giving love to anybody. You have been a miser. It also can be that for some of you, right? You have been holding it all back in yourself, not allowing that energy to be released. And that has been creating a lot of anger within you as well, which is something, abundance, which is something that you will feel in the month of April, right? A breakthrough. Now, with the Queen of Cups and abundance, there is something or somebody in your life, Aries, who is willing to bring back a lot of happiness in your life once again in the month of April, provided you realize that. Provided you realize that somebody who is coming back in your life, or will come back, or is already there, who is ready to nurture, bring back abundance, bring back some kind of growth in your life in the month of April, is definitely showing up in here. Is definitely showing up in here, right? Somebody who loves you, somebody who cares for you, somebody who wants you to have everything possibly good in your life is definitely showing up in the month of April 2022 for you, right? But whatever the situation is, guys, you will realize where you have been going wrong and what is the correction, because like I told you, like spirit is telling you, you have been attached to something that you have to release. You have to let go. You have been insecure about your money, about emotions. You have possibly, for some, you have possibly controlled your emotions so much that you have not been able to really grow with that or bring abundance in your life, because you have been holding back your emotions from some situation or from somebody. Or on the reverse side, there could be somebody in your life who is here to bring it all back to you. It can be anything for anybody, right? But at the same time, whatever is happening is coming from a past learning lesson, a past experience, a past understanding, which is where the justice part is showing up, which is where your karma is coming, is telling you that it's time for you to take the practical lessons of life and rework on yourself, on your own understanding in the month of April 2022, guys. Okay, so enjoy this reading until I see you once again. Till then, goodbye, God bless, Khuda Hafiz, and Namaste.